Well, during Lent, many choose to abstain from meat on Fridays and instead serve a meal centered around a vegetable or fish.
Ryan Rumbaugh joins us live from a food truck in Columbia with some Lent-friendly food ideas.
Yes, good morning, guys. Like you said, I'm in a food truck this morning. This is the whole thing. I'm here at the Ozark Mountain Biscuit Company. We're in Columbia right now. I'm here with Brian, the owner. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Good, good. This is really cool.
Oh, thanks.
We are in the whole, this is the whole thing.
This is
right
it.
here.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about the food truck, what you guys do, where you guys are usually stationed at.
We're the Ozark Mountain Biscuit Company. We do Southern-style food. So we are mobile all throughout Columbia. So we do lunch service different places throughout town, and you can have to find us on Facebook or Twitter to find our location daily.
Yeah, and you kind of switch it up throughout the day. You go to different places.
Yeah, so we'll do a lunch service, and then we'll also do happy hour and then late night service as well.
That's pretty cool. Moving around, getting some different clients. Well, what are we going to make this morning?
So for the Lenten season, we're going to focus on a fish dish. This is something we do on the truck. It's called the Cajun Catfish Sandwich. So we're going to do a coleslaw first, and then we'll do a fried catfish fillet, and we'll finish up with a side item, some hush puppies.
Awesome. Well, let's get the coleslaw started.
Okay, great.
Let's see.
So this is kind of a classic coleslaw here. So we're going to use some red cabbage, some green cabbage, and also some carrots. We're going to shred those up, and then we're going to toss them with a little vinaigrette.
Okay.
So you always want to kind of peel your carrots.
Yeah, and I'm going to get out of the way. It's tight quarters in here.
Yeah, you gotta learn how to kind of make jokes like it's being on a ship, you know.
Make the small space work. It's actually pretty big. You don't ever really get to go in these unless you work in one, and it's actually pretty big in here. And you said you manage the space well.
Yeah, it's all about efficiency when you're working on a tight quarters like this. And yeah, a friend of mine came and visited from New York City. He said, "Wow, it's bigger than all the kitchens in New York." So I was like, "Okay, well, it's not so bad."
Right.
All right, so we're just gonna take a food processor now. We'll process up these carrots. And you want to use about twice as much green cabbage to red cabbage in your slaw mix.
Okay.
In general.
And you said you traditionally put the slaw on your catfish sandwich.
Yeah, we build this sandwich with slaw on it and some a sauce, a remoulade sauce. This is a Cajun-style sauce.
Okay. So you fry up the catfish, you do all that right in this truck?
Yeah, we cook everything on the truck.
Okay.
So it's all fresh, good food, and we fry it up in the truck. So when you have your mix here, toss it around a bit. It's a nice little mix there. And then we just have a slaw dressing that we use on the truck. This is basically a basic vinaigrette. So you've got olive oil, a little bit of apple cider vinegar, some salt and pepper and other spices.
Cool.
So you just want to liberally douse your mixture. And you can do all kinds of fun stuff with slaw. Sometimes we'll do like a kale slaw. We'll julienne some kale up into the slaw as well.
Kale's really good for you.
All kinds of options that you can do with the slaw. So that's a nice little slaw mix there that we can use to put on our sandwich later.
Okay, perfect. Well, to see us, we're going to cook up the catfish in a little bit, so you got to stay tuned and check that out. But for now, we'll send it back to you guys.
Until Easter, many who observe Lent will look for options to avoid eating meat on Fridays.
Ryan Rumbaugh joins us live from a Columbia food truck with some unique meal ideas.
Yes, good morning, guys. Like you said, we're in a food truck this morning. This is the whole thing. We're at the Ozark Mountain Biscuit Company food truck, and we're stationed in Columbia right now. I'm here with Brian, the owner. Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
We are talking about Lent food. A lot of people have fish fries on Friday because, whoever celebrates Lent traditionally doesn't eat meat on Fridays. So we're cooking up some catfish, and it's one of your most popular dishes.
That's right. It's the Cajun catfish sandwich that we serve here on the truck. So basically, we're going to fry up some catfish fillets.
Okay, let's do it.
All right.
Let's get into it. Get in the action.
So first thing we're going to do right now is get our catfish into a buttermilk and egg wash.
Okay.
So I have like 3/4 cup buttermilk right here. We're going to crack a couple of eggs into this to get a nice coating.
It takes me a lot longer to crack eggs.
So
I guarantee I'd have
the buttermilk is really nice with to marinate fish in because the acid kind of helps to break down the fish a little bit. It keeps it nice and tender and really moist and flaky, which is how you want your fish.
Okay.
So we got that nice well beaten up. We're going to then soak our catfish in that. Now this fish has been soaking for a few hours already.
Okay.
Ideally 3 to 4 hours. You want to let that marinate in that buttermilk and egg wash.
Okay.
Okay. So now what we're going to do is make our dredge for the catfish, and this is a kind of a Cajun style dredge. So it's about 1 cup of cornmeal, equal part 1 cup of all-purpose flour, We've got about a quarter of a cup of paprika. We've got about a quarter of a cup of sugar. And then we've got about 1 teaspoon of cayenne, salt, and black pepper.
Okay.
Okay. So we're just going to whisk that up really nice, get it nice, well, and combined. You see it's kind of got a red tint. That's the Cajun element of this dish. So gives a little spice in the fish there. Okay, perfect.
Perfect. We just had Fat Tuesday the other day.
That's
so
right. We're kind of out of Fat Tuesday into Lent, and
yeah.
Here we are. So let's take this catfish fillets and put them down into this dredge. Get them nice and covered in that. And then we want to get them into a fry pan. I have a cast iron skillet here that's on. You want your oil about 350. You want to make sure that it's not smoking. And you probably want a 1/2 inch of oil or so in the pan. So
here on the truck, you guys got your nice big deep fryer.
We do deep fry on the truck for sure.
Check that
and
out.
Let's get those frying up here.
Now this is pretty cool. This is the whole thing. You guys do everything right here on the truck, right?
Yeah, for sure. We sure do. So we've got, while those are cooking there, we've got a couple we did earlier. A couple nice crispy catfish fillets. All right. So those are really nice and flaky. You want to cook them till they're all the way done and flaky there. So what we're going to do with this is make a little biscuit sandwich like we do on the truck here. We've got some of our buttermilk biscuits. We'll save that recipe for another day.
Yeah, definitely.
So,
but we can do a whole day on that.
Get a nice catfish fillet on top of that biscuit there.
That looks so good. And the slaw we made earlier. Some of our slaw we made earlier.
We toss that a little bit. Get a nice little portion on top of the catfish fillet there.
That looks so good.
And finish it off by topping it with the biscuit. And you've got a little biscuit sandwich.
That looks great. Now when we come back, what are we going to make to go with it?
We're going to have a side item, some hush puppies that we make here on the truck also.
Awesome. And listen to that, fry up. Well, in a little bit, we're going to come back and make those hush puppies. But for now, we'll set it back to you guys in the studio.
Well, for some who observe Lent, giving up meat isn't an easy thing to do.
Let's check in with Ryan Rumba, who joins us live from a food truck in Columbia with some Lent-friendly recipes. Good morning, Ryan.
Good morning, guys. Happy Friday. And for some observing Lent, they don't eat meat on Fridays. So we're cooking up some fish this morning. I'm here at the Ozark Mountain Biscuit Company truck with Brian. Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Chef Brian, owner. Tell me about your truck a little bit for those just tuning in. I mean, you guys are all over the place, right?
Yeah, Ozark Mountain Biscuit Company, we do Southern-style food, so and everything's kind of on a biscuit sandwich is our thing. So we've got breakfast sandwiches, biscuits and gravy. We also have cheeseburger on a biscuit, fried chicken on a biscuit.
Cheeseburger on a biscuit.
Yeah, we have
cool.
all kinds of stuff on biscuits. So it's basically Southern-style food.
And you make it all here in the truck?
All here on the truck. It's all mobile.
Okay, so we already made our slaw and our fish, and so now we're going to make a little side to go with it.
Yeah, we're going to make some hush puppies this morning.
Cool,
so,
let's do it.
We'll make our batter from scratch. Everything we do on the truck is made from scratch. So
that's great.
Yeah, we try to really do a lot of wholesome ingredients. So for this hush puppy batter, we're going to use some cornmeal. It's the basic ingredient. About 1 cup of cornmeal. Also going to use about a 1/2 cup of all-purpose flour. We're going to do a 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder, a tablespoon of sugar, a 1/2 tablespoon of salt, and a 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper.
Okay.
So you just want to whisk all that stuff up and get it nice and well and combined, especially with the baking powder. You want to make sure it's very well mixed because you don't want any clumps of that on. Have a real acidic taste in any batter you make. So when that's nice and combined, what we have here also is some buttermilk. It's about 3/4 of a cup of buttermilk, and it's also whipped with 1 egg. Okay. So we've combined that already. And we're going to mix with that about a 1/4 cup of diced white onion. Now, the fun thing about hush puppies is you can do all kinds of stuff. On the truck, we use some house pickled serrano peppers we dice up and put into our hush puppies. Give them a little extra kick, a little color, a little flavor in there.
Cool. This isn't your ordinary food truck. We were talking before. You guys have a lot of different stuff here.
Yeah, we do. We try to do a lot of stuff, and we use a lot of locally sourced ingredients and make things from scratch, like I mentioned. So we're trying to make really quality food from a food truck.
Yeah.
So we're just going to go ahead and mix this liquid into our dry ingredients there.
Okay.
Whisk that up.
And so you guys are all over the place. Where are you going to be today?
We're going to be at Clover's Natural Market here in Columbia. It's on the corner of Forum and Chapel Hill.
Okay.
And we'll be there today from 11 to 2 for lunch. Then this evening we'll be at Mojo's here in Columbia on Park Avenue from 5 to 7 for happy hour. And then we'll go to the bridge on Walnut in Columbia
you guys all over the place.
9 p.m. to 2 a.m. So,
wow, long day for you.
Yeah, you can find us all over town.
Okay.
The last part I'm going to add is a little bit of melted butter.
Okay.
About a tablespoon of melted butter that we're going to whisk into our final batter here.
Okay.
You don't want to overwork this batter. You just want to get it nice and combined. Okay?
All right.
So then you want to have some oil heating up to about 350 degrees. For convenience sake, I'm going to use a deep fryer here. You can do this at home in a pot or on a skillet on the stove.
Okay.
Yeah. So I have a little portion scoop. I got this one at Westlake's Ace Hardware. They're kind of handy to have in the kitchen if you don't have a small one. It's nice to do hush puppies like this. So we're going to drop this in the fryer.
Drop it in there. Cool. Well, you said you guys are big on Twitter, so if our friends at home want to find out where you guys are at, follow you guys on Twitter, right?
Yep.
And we've got some of those finished.
We've got some of these hush puppies right here.
So
Nice golden brown, delicious hush puppies.
Great meal for a Friday during Lent. Well, thank you so much for having us this morning. For more information, check out their website. It's at the bottom of your screen. For now, we'll send it back to you guys.